Hello everyone, welcome to TV Math Hub, your online home for clear, practical mathematics lessons. I am TV, and in every video, we focus on making mathematics simpler, one concept at a time. Let's get into today's lesson.
Let us now look at example number 4, which says use trapezium rule to estimate the integral value of this using 5 sub-intervals, correct to 4 decimal places. Then next we need to find the exact value of this and find the error in your estimation and suggest how the error may be reduced. So we shall look at the solution. So to begin with, we look at what we call D, and D is obtained by simply getting the range, that is 3 minus 2 divided by the number of sub-intervals, which are 5, divided by 5. So that will give us a 0.2. So from there we can now have our table, which is having the values of x and the corresponding values of y. So as we said, we can easily get the x values 1 by beginning with the lower limit. Remember our expression is to integrate 2 to 3 of x upon 1 plus x squared dx. So our lower limit is 2. So you begin with a 2. Then on 2 you add there 0.2 to get the next. Then on 2.2 add there 0.2 to get the next value. 2.4 add there to get 2.6. Keep adding 2.8. Then you add up to 3. So you begin from this, you stop up to this given point. So we shall be able to get that. Now, after obtaining that, we can now come up with the values of y. So the corresponding values of y will be, as I said, we can easily get that by putting in the expression for y equaling to 1 plus x squared. So begin with x equaling to 2, substitute it here, get the corresponding value of y, 2 divided by 1 plus 2 squared, so that is 2 divided by 5, which is 0.4. So you do the same for x equaling to 2.2, so get y as 2.2 divided by 1 plus 2.2 squared, like that. So you keep doing that for all the values of x. But this might be a bit hectic. You can easily do this one at once by placing this expression on your calculator. As I said, some calculators might not be in position to put this expression. But if you get that calculator which you can easily put this, it is better to put it at once so you can make it a bit easier. So if we put this on the calculator, we begin with x, as I told you, x, that is a shift, then the cross bracket here, you will get this x, then put divided by, open brackets, ensure you use brackets there. So you put 1 plus the x, again it is squared, you have the square there, cross brackets. So 1 plus x squared. Then begin by solve, put 2 as the first value, then equal signs, you get 0.4. Since our interest is to get the value to 4 decimal places, then we should use more than 4 decimal places in our calculations. Then at the end, that is where we shall put our answer to 4 decimal places. So for that case, the first value is 0.4. So we shall add there zeros to make it to 5 decimal places. So all others, we shall be considering them at 5 decimal places, since our answer is required to 4 decimal places. So we have put the first, and let us get the last, which is the x. Now we put 3, so it will give you 0.3. Then we can add the zeros to make it to 5 decimal places. So the first and the last are obtained. Now we get the middle ones. So the middle ones, we have 2.2. So again, sort of put your x as 2.2. So when you put 2.2, it will give you 0.3, 7, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. So round it off to 5 decimal places, you get that. Put 2.4. When you put 2.4, you will get 0.35, 0.3, 55, 0, then 29. So when you round it off, it will be 0.355, 0, 3. So you will get that. Then next, put 2.6. When you put 2.6, it gives us 0.33, 5, 0, 5. You will get that to 5 decimal places. Put 2.8, 2.8. It will give us 0.31, 6, 7, 4. That one will also be obtained. So add these ones here. Get 0.37, 6, 7, 1. Add it with 0.3, 5, 5, 0, 3. Add it with 0.33, 5, 0, 5. Add it with 0.3, 1, 6, 7, 4. So that will give you 1.38, 353. So add 0.4 with 0.3, you get 0.7. So having got the sum here, so simply substitute in the area, which is approximately equal to a half times d, your d is 0.2, times, now put brackets 0.70000, add there 2 times this value, 2 times that value, and then you add, simplify this, and get the value of the area. So from there you'll be able to get the area. So the area will be same as a half times 0.2 into 0.7 plus 2 times this given expression. So when you simplify that, you should be able to get a 0.3. So the final answer you will get when you substitute that should be a 0.3467706. But you need your answer to 4 decimal places. So that will be your answer. So that will be the value of that integral to 4 decimal places. Then part 2 requires us to obtain the exact value of this. So the exact value of this will be obtained by integration. So the exact value will be obtained by integration. So you are integrating x upon 1 plus x squared dx. So looking at this, you realize this one here has got a derivative. So when you differentiate with respect to x1 plus x squared, you will get 2x. So since we have x here, it means the remaining value we need to create is a 2. So I can easily write this as 2x. I can put the 2x there out of 1 plus x squared to create the derivative here of this. But the moment I do that, I have to multiply by a half. So you multiply by half, because after all this and this will cancel, you get the same expression. So this is same as having a 2, same as having a half, then 2 to 3 of 2x divided by 1 plus x squared dx. And when you integrate this, when you integrate 2x over 1 plus x squared, this is ln. Remember, when you are dealing with ln, when you differentiate a ln of a function, you differentiate the function divided by the same function. So since this is the derivative of this, what we shall obtain will be a half a ln of 1 plus x squared. So this one here, then you put your limits. From 2 to 3. So when you put your limits from 2 to 3, then you should be able to get this expression. Okay, so that is basically what we shall have. So we are saying that now from here you will be able to get this. I hope now you know where this one comes from. So when you integrate this, it is a half, then times ln of 1 plus x squared. Put the limits to 3. So when you put the limits, put the upper limit first. So that is same as a half ln of 1 plus the upper limit is 3 squared. So the whole of this we subtract when we put the lower limit. So this is the upper limit first, substitute this one here, then after substitute 2 there. So this is a ln of 1 plus 2 squared. So this will be a half a ln 1 plus 9, that is ln of 10, minus a half a ln of 1 plus, that is 5. So in other words, you have this as a half a ln of 10, a half ln of 10 minus a half ln of 5. So a half is common, you can pull the a half out, so you remain with ln of 10 minus ln of 5. So this will be same as a half a ln from properties of logarithm. If you have ln 10 minus ln 5, you can have this as ln 10 over 5. So this is same as a half ln of 2. So a half ln of 2, you can easily get that from the calculator. So I get ln 2 and then divide it by 2. So it will give you 0.34657. So which you can easily round off to 4 decimal places and get the answer. Or else simply get ln 10 minus ln 5, then multiply by a half. You can also get the answer from here, from the calculator. Get ln 10, ln is there on the calculator, ln of 10 minus ln of 5, then times a half. You will also be able to get the value of that integral. So that is how we obtain the value of this by integration. So from there we shall have obtained what we call the exact value. So having gotten the exact value, The next part requires us to find the error in your estimation. So the error is same as the magnitude of the exact value minus the approximate value. So when you get the exact value, that is by definition of error. So since we are interested in the error and we are getting the error as, so let us get the magnitude of the exact value, then subtract the approximate value. So approximate value. So when you subtract that, you should be able to get something to do with negative 0.00001. So this one, magnitude of a number is same as positive value of that number. So you should be able to get that value. So that will be the error in our approximation. So that will be the error in the approximation. So having got that, then we shall next look at how this error can be minimized. That is the other part. So suggest how the error may be reduced. When we are starting, we looked at how the error can be reduced. One, that is by increasing the number of sub-intervals. So to reduce the error, you increase the number of sub-intervals. So basically, that is about our example number 4. So here is example number 5. But basically, this will be yours to try out. As I said, when you are dealing with expressions involving trig, make sure your calculator is in radians. So you need to use trapezium rule with 6 strips to estimate 0. As I said at the start, strips, number of sub-intervals, they are the same. But in case they bring in ordinates, then you should know what to do. So make sure you deal with this question here. And after that, you will have some more numbers to try. So we have this question here and this one here. So make sure you try these questions using the similar procedures as we have seen in our previous examples. So here are some of the questions for you to try out. So here are other questions. So make sure you try as many questions as possible so you can easily get use it to this rule here. So we have other questions. So here we have more questions. So those are the questions that you will need to try out, and that will mark to the end of our lecture. So that marks to the end of our today's lecture. So this is basically what we have talked about. So that is all about the trapezium rule. Make sure you try these numbers. Make sure you try some of these examples that we have looked at on your own and see if you are able to get similar answers. So that's all for today. Let us meet in our next lecture.
Yeah.